Hey guys, I'm here with Pepper. Pepper and I
Hello.
are here.
And I just realized that what I thought was gonna happen for this did not work. So I'm switching to my plan B at the moment.
We will have Fulton here tonight too, and if we're really lucky, can so I can bow out early because I am dying.
I thought last time I had asked you about the night ones. I thought we had you had said that you had settled on not doing them.
Well, I had settled on settling down from doing them, so I was going to start downgrading. But today I quit early because I was so exhausted, and then promptly did not sleep, and I'm so aggravated. Oh yeah, well, I can do that. I gotta figure out a way to put them through my OBS. There's Colton. Colton's joining us.
Hello.
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 Trying to figure out why my camera won't work.
I think I should have done this whole rehydrating my paints prior to getting onto the show. I don't know how well this is going to work.
Browser source and figure out how to do that. All right. Hang on. Presuming that Brent's feed is the same. It is. Check it. There. Behold, I have added Brent's printer to my feed. That's actually awesome. I'm humored probably a little bit more than I should be humored.
Hey, Brent.
So mesmerizing. So great. There we go. Now I'll get to cracking. So, hey, Colton, check these out. Wait, I gotta go full screen. Sorry, Brent. Gotta go full screen for a minute. Look at that. These are comic book size things that are mailers.
Oh,
So
cool.
I've got it set up so that I've got them the size of a comic book. So I can now mail stuff. This one says Brent. Now all I need to do is just figure out where Brent lives. Brent. Once I figure out the, shipping and handling. But that's the next thing. This is the first time through the entire process. So I don't know how to do any of it. But I presume that once I get it figured out, it'll be easier. But they're blue. I intentionally got blue ones so that when you got your comic in the mail, you'd be like, "Oh, good, it's Guy's comic. I can tell because it comes in a blue package." You know, for people who regularly get my comic, which will be all one person, Brent. But that's okay because it'll be cool for Brent. Brent will enjoy it.
All right, so that is definitely not going to work at all. All right. My gouache paint is too watery because it dried out too much.
Ew. That's not good.
All right. But I did want to show you guys. I'm not gonna make this for anyone but myself. But this tube right here is pigment powder from Utah of azurite.
Ooh, the killer stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff's good.
Yeah, I got it at a Gem and Mineral dinosaur fossil, or so basically a dino, fossil, mineral, and gemstone event.
Sounds pretty kick butt, actually.
Yeah.
Sounds like something I'd go and do.
Well, it was in Denver for like the past, from the 9th to the 18th, something like that.
Clearly I didn't do it, though. There's that, It's something I would do, but apparently I didn't. But that's,
Well, I'm not trying to say that I'm not trying to rub it in your wound.
Yeah. You're making me cry, man. You're making me cry.
Well, wasn't my intention.
Right? Exactly. We knew that was your plan all along, wasn't it, Ray? Get her. I'm not hearing a lot out of you, Colton. Are you okay?
I'm trying to figure out how to get my camera working.
Oh, no. I feel that.
I did the new install or upgrade of OBS, and now it's not coming up. So we're trying to figure out why.
I follow that one. Sadly, I actually hear that one probably a little bit more than I would like to admit.
So Bill was right about something.
Did you just say Bill is right about something?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, do we need to log the occasion for him, or?
Well, no. Basically, I was just like,
I'm just being funny now.
because the person that I got Workable Fix from Jerry's Artorama.
Mm-hmm.
And they confirmed with me. I was like, so I can spray this in between layers and I won't have a problem of bleeding or anything like that if I use Posca pens to kind of do white highlight pen work and stuff like that. And they're like, yeah. So, long story short, I have done the fix and I did what they recommended, which was put a layer of clear coat for the watercolor stuff.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of help the fix make sure that I can do watercolor on it. And now I sprayed another layer of fix, thinking, oh, okay, I can do watercolor or I can do gouache. Nope, neither one are working.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
And Bill had said something about that, huh?
Yeah.
That sucks. Sorry, bro. I mean, and it's kind of always makes me mad when I'm like, I know this is gonna work, and then they're like, oh yeah, it definitely works, and it doesn't. You're like, really?
Yeah. So, and that comes after a banner day of just basically like one thing after another. My Kickstarter idea can't happen.
Yeah, I saw that. This isn't the shark kitties, is it?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Apparently, a company in one company owns the rights to use what I wanted to call them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, well, they already have something that is another artist already has a cat shark like idea that's popular and has like a stuffed animal and stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, I want to do cat shark. Well, let me do shark cat. That's owned by a company in Australia and it's been trademarked since 1970 something. So I can't use that. So I'm just scrapping the entire idea.
Aw, but I like them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't scrap them. Make cards and just sell them on your table. Because I actually would pick up some of them. They were adorable.
All
They were
right.
super floopy. I liked them. They were cute, and I would have some. You know, postcards or something. I mean, and you don't necessarily need to copyright them to make pens and sell them just as they are.
If I wanted to do a Kickstarter, I needed to make sure that they were at least
I follow that. I follow that part. But I'm
Like-
just saying, if you want to just someday throw some pens together or whatever, you know.
Well, yeah. And initially, when I had looked into the whole idea, I didn't find these, and then all of a sudden today I found everything.
It happens all the frickin' time. It drives me absolutely bonkers. I think our cars need fins. They need fins. Every car needs fins. Frickin' fins. Sorry. I am working. I've got a big meeting on Thursday with my school, and we're going to talk about things that I can do to make their program better. And
Okay.
one of the things I was going to say was, hey, guys, I can do 3D. I can do filming. I can do all kinds of stuff. You know, illustrate stuff in 3D and stuff. And so I was like, I want to show that. And I was like, what I really need to do is, you know, is make a little 3D animation to show that I can do that.
Mm.
So I make a little 3D animation here, and It won't take very long. 3D isn't that hard. As Colton will attest.
It's a learning curve, but yeah.
Yeah. So this is my generic car that I'm building here. Just the generic, if you get to a stop sign and someone gets to a stop sign before you, who goes first? Generic car.
The answer is the first one to arrive. If you arrive at the same time, it is the person to your right.
Yeah, that's correct. And I need to say it both ways because there are two different tests and they say it two different ways, which always messes my kids up. So you yield to the left and the car on the right goes. Now you need to say it both ways because there's one test that says which way do you yield, and then there's one test that says who goes first, and they always get it confused every single time.
I could see that though.
So, and it's absolutely frustrating because they fail the driver's test because that's just confusing, not because they don't know what's right.
The rule itself is confusing. It's not like, I hate to say it, but when I did a written test, that's the one I got wrong.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. It is totally the one that's screwed up. And it is. It's it's difficult and complicated. So my thought was, if you do a little video, and in the video, you have the car sitting at the intersection like this, it's just sitting here, and you get into the car's driver's seat, like this, and get into the driver's seat where you're looking out, and then you point to the car to the right, he goes first, then that would help a whole lot because you'd see physically from in here, the little 3D animation would show who goes first. So that's why I'm doing this.
Good.
Because I'm like, if I do this, you can physically see it. It'll be easy, But I'm making a cute little car first because I can. And I have a day or so before I have to. This is a Thursday afternoon meeting, so I can do this today, tomorrow, and Thursday. If I really need to. Hopefully it won't take that long. But,
We
I always say that, and then it does for whatever reason. And I'm like, what? Okay. But got other jobs to do. Yeah. Give it little bumpers because it needs bumpers. There we go. Now the car has bumpers. And then Colton drove right off. There we go. Little bumpers on it. Looks awesome. Yeah, use my MPV. Yeah, let's not. I do like my MPV though. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. I make some cool craft. And my ships are cool. He even has the little wheels now. Look at that. Wheels. I mean, it's super deformed, just like it should be. Looks cute. I'm into it.
Oh, that's nope.
Because it doesn't need to be super detailed. It just needs to get the point across.
Does Brent 3D modeling while we're all on here?
Is he doing modeling? No, he's just printing. That's what's up in the upper right-hand corner of my screen. He's printing an astromech head.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, is that Brent actually on stream?
It's sort of Brent on stream-ish.
Trish-ish.
I mean, he's broadcasting his camera. I'm putting his camera up on the... Yeah, you need to kind of... It's an R7 droid head, apparently. He also, by the way, mentioned that Andor starts tomorrow, which I agree. I was not that hot on Andor until I realized it's a prequel to Rogue One. Now I'm all about Andor.
Mm-hmm.
Rogue One kicks butt.
Wait, so Andor is what leads to them getting the information for Rogue One to happen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those actors actually get more screen time finally.
Right? Which is funny because we were like, oh man, Rogue One was so good. They need to make a sequel. Oh crap, they can't make a sequel. And then they did.
Everybody's dead.
Actually pretty clever. That's pretty clever. I was like,
it was more for me when I first watched it, I was like, I feel so bad for these actors because they're like they're all into this series and they're never coming back.
Yep. And then they did. And here we are.
Well, some of them are, so yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to see Jen.
No. You're going to see the pilot, and that's about it.
Yeah, I hope we see Chewett and the Guardians of the Wills, because I like those guys.
I think you're going to see also, what's his name? The robot.
K2SO?
Yeah. Because he was...
Alan Tudyk gets more screen time, because that's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
It's how Cassian got to start with the rebellion. That makes sense. There. Now we have a steering column.
I still liked, I don't know if you talked to Oi Bob about this when it first came out, but his whole idea with Alan Tudyk's character and why R2 was like all funky and whatnot is because he actually uploaded himself into R2. I was like, I kind of like that idea.
Hey,
what?
We're gonna see Mon Mothma apparently.
Oh, cool.
And maybe K2SO.
But yeah, that was one of his theories. Is the reason why, like, remember how like R2 was always kind of wacky after he jacked into the Death Star. That was his whole theory. Is like maybe that's just some way that they can write it where that's why R2 was always acting funny was because K2 kept trying to take over. And R2's very rebellious robot was like, oh, hell no.
Right.
I was like, that makes sense. I could see that being something that they could play off of.
I feel like if that was truly the case, they would have discovered the other code for the other robot within R2-D2.
Right.
Like,
well, I mean, maybe, but
by the last, like, 7, 8, 9.
Mm-hmm. I totally get that part too. It was just kind of a cool little theory that I was like, I kind of like that theory. I could get behind it.
It's a good theory. It's a fan theory. It's like all the fan theories. It's cool.
Definitely, I could get behind that theory.
Yeah. Apparently, everybody's trying to move away from the 10 and 2.
The
By the
what?
way,
Oh, the
and
hands.
move for more 9 and 3, which makes more sense.
I'm more of a 5 guy.
Just 5.
Just 5.
I'm more of a 12 o'clock.
Driving Hollywood.
Oh, it's more like a 12 and 6, but yeah.
Yeah,
I think you should
I'm
hold
not
the
going to
steering
recognize. I'm not going to recommend that one.
I think you should be able to hold the steering wheel however you feel most comfortable, so that while you're driving, you're not tense.
Okay,
I agree with that one, actually.
I don't. Sadly, somebody has put an explosive charge and a thing that comes out at 250 miles an hour in that steering wheel. So there's actually a reason why we make people hold the wheel like that, and it's everything to do with the airbag and keeping control of the wheel.
Well, if you are in a comfortable position of gripping, you shouldn't have problems controlling the wheel.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's one of those things listed under science keeps working on it. You know, I'm not making up, random stuff. It's just the way it kind of
No,
goes.
I know.
And no, I mean, do what you need to do. I just can't recommend it. That's all. And really, honestly, legitimately, as long as the kids learn early on, whatever or however, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Because they'll hold the wheel however they hold the wheel, and if we can teach them early, they'll be comfortable. Because they actually build the cars now ergonomically. They build the cars so that it is comfortable to be a 10 and 2 or 9 and 3. It's actually supposed to be 9 and 3 now. But ergonomically, that's the way it should be comfortable. In theory.
Well, then I'm a rebel.
You can be a rebel. I'm okay with that. I kind of hate to say this, but I've known that for a long time. That's not news to me.
Well, the thing is I know when I have my own children that I'm not teaching them how to drive. A, I would be a nervous wreck with them in the car. B, I failed my driver's test 5 times before passing.
Or
So maybe I'm not the best teacher for driving.
that's cool. I'm actually not going to teach my kid to drive. I mean, I'll teach him the basics, but I'm going to put him into my school with a different teacher.
I think that's smart.
Because we would clash, and there's no point in that, So I'm going to put
That's what I was going to say. That's why I was going to say it's. I think it's smart for that reason. So he hears it from someone else and not just you.
Yeah. There we go. Now we have a steering wheel and a dashboard. Yay!
I just hope that I don't have that kid that when they start being taught how to drive by an instructor, and then they get in the car with me while I'm driving, they try to correct my driving because they now feel like they know more.
Oh, no, that
First
happens.
thing I do with my kids every time is say, be patient with your parents because there are laws that have changed since they drove. And you need to be patient with them because they're
It's
going...
actually kind of one reason why I think it'd be kind of cool if we actually inputted a law that you had to go back into driver class every
so
five,
I would
10
fail
years.
that, Colton. I would fail that.
Well,
I would not be able to drive.
If you feel it, then that's exactly why you need to do it. I love you, dude, but that's exactly why you need to do it then.
I do not do well on written tests.
Oh, that's fair. We
I just think one, it'd be great for us, like for people to learn the new laws that are coming out, and also two, to like, there's a lot of people out there that like the older they get, I don't think they should be behind a wheel. But at the same time, it's actually a good thing too, because it could also boost our public transportation system to actually having to actually make it work. Because people would actually have to start taking it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we would actually think about that more than making sure everything in America is everybody can drive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like for me, I still have to take like a driving test and a physical like every 2 years. So.
Well, you have a motorcycle, right?
No, it's because of my job.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm DOT, so I have to take a driving test and a physical every 2 years.
Which is beautiful. That stuff makes me so happy. Hey, you know about
that's why I was thinking about it. I was like, this should be like a mandatory thing for because there's so many people I see on the road that shouldn't be driving on the road.
By the way, sorry for nearly running you over the other day.
Oh, thank you.
Run over Colton. Don't run over Colton. I like Colton.
I'm joking, dude. I don't even know where his route is.
Well, you're all the way up north, so it wouldn't be me.
It was some other random dude.
I'm in Denver, so Denver, Aurora is my main zone.
RTD is pretty cool. I actually like the light rail. But I'm a train guy. Actually, I'm a machine guy. You know that. All you guys know. I'm a machine guy. I just love trains, I love planes, automobiles. Movies kind of weird though. Didn't have enough trains, planes, and automobiles for me. Like, you name this thing, trains, planes, and automobiles, and it's a comedy with a whole bunch of people talking.
I miss John Candy.
Yeah. Me too.
His kids look a lot like him.
Tends to happen. My kid looks a lot like me too. There we go. That's a cute little car. I think that's a perfectly reasonable car, and I put fins on it. Cars need fins.
You say cars need fins?
Fins. I'm like the 56 Cadillac, man.
Are you making a vampire car?
No, that one had fins too. Pretty cool. Just saying.
Yeah.
Fins are cool.
There is a person that I believe that works at the local Spirit Halloween store up here.
Mm-hmm.
And they drive to work with like a 1960s Cadillac.
Nice.
That has the vampire back.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, Pepper. Also, like with me saying that though, there's also a lot of people in my industry that shouldn't be driving.
Also true. Just because you passed the DOT test.
I will agree to that. Only in the sense of, like, we just had. You work for Amazon, right?
No, FedEx Express.
Okay. There are some people in Amazon that I wish they screened better.
So here's the thing about
Amazon's
Amazon I learned. It's one, they're non-DOT. Well, they're DOT if they drive the box trucks.
Yeah, not the
regular vans
and
that, they're non-DOT. They don't need to take tests. It's, hey, you got a driver's license, you can jump in. But also, they're contracted. They don't work for Amazon. So it's actually on the contractors who usually will not do the legwork. They just kind of like, oh, cool, it's a body. We have this job, go do it. And that's on contractors, not on Amazon.
Yeah, I'll concur.
I learned that one literally last week because Amazon driver, you know how you give them the code to your garage, they can just open it up with their phone and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My roommate gave out the code and I was sitting in the garage and he opened the door and we just started talking because that was my FedEx gear. Because I was asking, I was like, hey, so are you guys all contracted? We started talking about all that and what's different with them now and what they used to be and yada yada. So it was a fun conversation.
Yeah, I just wish my FedEx people up here would actually knock on my door when they drop off a package.
That's on training.
Yeah.
Which literally, I have no control over that yet.
Oh no, it's fine.
Give him time, though.
I'm trying to be a lead supervisor that I can
I'm with you.
start docking people for not doing their job. And technically, by law, we're not actually required to knock on the door.
No, I know you're not. But
I just think it's a common courtesy to actually at least let them know.
Yeah.
But also, there's multiple reasons why I do it. I do it, one, to let them know, and two, if anybody's watching, they know that someone's probably coming to the door.
You don't get shot.
If that makes sense. Say what?
So you don't get shot.
No, I'm talking about people, porch pirates.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with us getting closer and closer to the actual holidays where this happens a lot. If I knock on the doors, usually most people won't do anything because they're expecting someone to come to the door after you knock on it.
Yeah.
I've gotten to the point where this is just real quickly we'll do this. I don't even know why I think this is like, oh, this won't take no time.
Yeah, since we are getting close to that time of year, I'm definitely more weary of people around me while I'm working because that's a thing. And last year, a UPS driver got kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
Yeah, his whole truck. The guy stole the truck and took the UPS driver, tied him up, and threw him in the back.
Damn.
Yep, that was last year's debacle. That was fun. We found out about it because that next morning we all got talking to in our meetings about, hey, this is why we do things, and I was like, okay, that's a weird one to really kind of jump on, and then I went and did some research, and I was like, oh, this makes so much sense why you guys are talking about this today.
Suddenly, it all makes sense. Like, oh.
Right. And that's kind of where I was like, oh, got it. Good thing I follow those protocols. It's pretty much the whole locking your door every time you leave your truck kind of thing, and making sure the doors are closed so people can't just break into your truck, things like that. You know, common sense.
Yeah.
But also, like, that same year, we lost a whole...
Common.
I thought it was funny because one of the guys, that same year, we lost a whole truck full of freight because the guy just left the keys, the truck running, sitting outside of a FedEx office, and the guy just came up, grabbed the truck, and drove off, and the guy was literally standing there, and I was like, you're an idiot. I was like, that one was kind of... The guy deserved that one.
That's kind of obvious.
Yeah. I even looked at my boss when he told me that. I was like, really? Really? And he's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, he still works here? He's like, I can't say yes or no. I was like, ooh.
That means yes.
I was like, can I go bug him? He's like, no. I'm like, fine.
Can I go harass him a little? Just a little.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go bug. Like,
fine.
Make him feel real extra guilty about not doing his job right. That's what we do.
That's what we do for that kind of people.
I do. Like, hey, that was common sense, and you definitely didn't follow that.
Very true. Very true.
Oh, hey. So tomorrow I get to go to a formal dinner with the Japanese consul general.
Oh wait, was that the one where you were asking if you can wear a Star Trek uniform?
Yes. I was like,
did you get a yes or no out of that or no?
I got a no. I got a very definite, resounding, don't do that. You'll embarrass the hell out of all of us. Please don't. It was very sad.
Of us. It's like, I will be very happy and feeling very, very like myself.
I was like, I hate to say this, but this is who I am. No, don't do that. And it's okay.
But that's no fun.
Yeah, I know, right? Suppose that's
because I will look better than all of you. I can't have fun. Thanks.
Right?
It's like when you try to watch Patch Adams now, and you get to the scene where Patch Adams has literally greeted a whole panel of gynecologists with legs that are spread open for the doors to be between. Apparently, some people find that offensive.
I think he was attempting to be offensive. I think that was the entire point.
Oh no, he was trying to make them laugh.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, seems like that was the idea.
It's like I can't watch Flight of the Navigator anymore.
Well, I sadly cannot watch Knight Rider anymore either, for much the same reason. It is remarkably offensive, and not in the way, not in the snowflake way, just offensive. Just like
Knight Rider is?
Huh?
Oh yeah, no, no, I remember that show. Yeah, it is. You're
I
not
haven't
that
seen
far
Knight
off.
Rider in
You're not
years,
wrong.
so.
I mean, it's not like it's, like they, make fun of black people or whatever. It's just that it's, oh God. Like the acting is, we have to go now. Let's go. It's like, oh, geez Louise. I can't believe I thought this was cool.
Oh, it's dated?
It's super
early,
dated.
It's early David Hasselhoff.
Yep.
Nice.
It is brutal.
That's awesome.
It was before Baywatch. My sister fell in love with the Hoff on that show.
I mean, he was the sexy man of the year. So.
I mean, it's not like he's not sexy. I get it. It's cool. But still. Just saying. That was brutal.
Well,
And I love Knight